Hi, I'm Thad Plumley, the Director of Publications for the National Groundwater Association. And I'm here today talking with Mike Barcelona, a Professor Emeritus at Western Michigan University in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Mike is the winner of a 2020 NGWA Life Member Award. So Mike, first, I want to ask, what does it mean for you to get a Life Member Award from the National Groundwater Association?
Well, receiving the award is very gratifying since I've respected the mission and policies of NGWA for decades. It makes me feel like I'm receiving a warm handshake from an old friend.
Okay, so among your students have been some very active NGWA members and volunteers through the years, including Richard Layton, a former McElhaney lecturer. How proud of you are some of the careers your students have forged?
Well, I'm feeling very happy about the strong, continuing accomplishments of my students as they move forward with their careers. As they move forward, I'd like to think that they are advancing the science, passing on new discoveries along in multiple countries to a generation of new students.
And as Director of Publications, I have to ask about your time as Editor-in-Chief of Groundwater Monitoring and Remediation. You were the Editor-in-Chief from 1994 to 2002. What are some of your memories of this time?
Well, some of my memories from the time of being Editor-in-Chief include the kindness of some of my reviewers, freely giving of their time and their expertise, and the support I received from National Groundwater Association staff.
So finally, what do you think is the most critical issue today facing the groundwater professionals?
I think that some of the challenges groundwater professionals face are obtaining support for research, which is a very common issue. The complexity of some groundwater resources, both in geologic and chemical content, and the presence of some very low solubility contaminants like the perfluoroalkanoate acids, the PFAs. They're components of firefighting foam, and they at least in Michigan anyway, they contaminate a number of sites, among them Wordsmith Air Force Base, an old Nestle Corporation site in Western Michigan, and they're in the low parts per trillion. So we can detect them at very, very low concentrations, but the limit for drinking water is in the parts per billion, and most of the sites exceed that without a problem. So it's complexity of the environment as well as the chemical composition. And that's, same kind of challenges that we faced 20 plus 30 years ago. Only now we have more tools, which is fun. It's very, very much fun. I really, really appreciate National Groundwater Association's support and the fact that among many journals, they've kept the annual subscription costs pretty level over the years. They haven't gone up a whole lot, which is very gratifying because more people can take advantage of them. That's kind of it.
Okay. Yeah, it's incredible today to think about how the journals have grown. I know now that we partner with Wiley and they just have the tools to sell to libraries all over the world. We are getting, last year we had more than 200,000 articles downloaded around the globe. That's just,
whoa.
That number compared to when I started 20 years ago is just unbelievable.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it really is. The country with the second most downloads is China. So, our work is very prevalent over there. So, yeah, it's neat stuff.